Hello and happy Halloween. Yeah, can't believe it's already Halloween. The crazy year is coming to an end, finally. But I hope that you guys enjoy your night trick-or-treating and with your family, just having a good time and forgetting about all of the rest of the craziness in the world and just enjoying each other's company and having some fun. But as everyone knows, the night of Halloween, it always turns to winter. Which, yes, we've had a few chilly days this last week, so we've gotten a little bit of an idea that it's already coming. But prepare for tonight and make sure you wear your jackets and bundle up, with those leggings and all that other stuff. But in case you still come down with a little bit of a cold in the morning after the cold night out trick-or-treating, I wanted to just go ahead and share some of my cold remedies or helpful things that we use for colds this last week. Cece already has had croup, and Sophia has like the allergies and like the cold congestion and all of that super fun stuff. So we've already been dealing with the snotty noses and all of that. So I just wanted to share some of my newest found things that can maybe help you. So I do try and use natural stuff as much as possible, but sometimes it's just you gotta pull out the big guns. So I'm gonna do a little bit of both, of the stuff that I found that works, and even show you a couple things that are not worth the money. So one thing that I always try and do before, like, obviously we haven't been to many events or anything yet this year, and poor little Cece is, she's gonna be, well, she's 10 months now, and so obviously majority of her life has been quarantine, so we have not been out and around people much since she has been with us. But I did find some infant elderberry drops, which is very nice. So elderberry is going to be an immune support and just kind of boost their immune system when you know some good source of vitamin C. So if you know you're going to be going around a bunch of people or anything like that, I always just try and hit them with some of this. Sophia gets the gummies, and like I said, these are for infants, so that's really nice because a lot of times they don't make stuff for infants. So that's something that I do, trying to avoid any kind of sickness. Oils are like, the new thing. Like everybody, there's an oil for that, right? There's always an oil. I use the Young Living. I try and use the Young Living most of the time is the ones that I get. But sometimes you don't have all of the oils, right? You go through them, and then when somebody's sick, you're like, oh, I wish I had this oil. Well, that's what happened to me last week, and I didn't have any peppermint or what is it? I don't know. Stuff for the kids though. For the snotty nose. So I had the eucalyptus, and I always use the stress away. Lemon's always good, and peppermint. Like I said, I was out of peppermint, and then obviously lavender. Those are just a couple of the ones that I use. There's a ton that you can use for respiratory stuff and nasal, but like I said, I was out of the peppermint, so I actually went to Walmart and found this in the kids section. And this is for stuffy noses, cough. So it's like a vapor bath. So this is for the bathtub, but they actually sell a roller of the oils. And it has lavender, orange oil, fir needle, and eucalyptus and cypress. So it is not tear proof, so if you do put it into a kid's bath, make sure to not get it into their eyes. But like I said, this is super nice. I just made sure, put it on, rub them down with it in the bathtub and let them just kind of hang out and play in the bath while they're soaking in this. And the The roller was really nice. It was a really good, it was already cut down for kids, so you didn't have to worry about any of that. And that was a good find at Walmart without having to order any new oils or anything like that if you don't have them on hand. So I already shared about these two. Well, this thing for the booger sucker, right? If you need more information, you can check that out. And then the good old sucker yourself. I have both. This one I got, this is the Neil Medi. This one I purchased because it has like the actual bulb yourself, and you can use it just by itself to, so that's why I bought this one instead of the Frida. But yeah, there's different options for those. Those are always really nice to have on hand. And then I'm not going to share any of like actual medicine because that's your own preference on what you want to give your children and all that. We're not going to get into it, but I found this awesome thing. So see, it actually is like pre-measured, and so you just put how much you want. So this is 1.5 teaspoons, and then it stops it automatically. I got this at Walgreens, and this thing is super snazzy. So 2 teaspoons, whatever it is that you, oh yeah, not 1.5 tablespoons, 1.5 teaspoons. But yeah, so it pre-measures, which is super cool. Not a necessity, but if you're looking for one and you see that, grab it because it is nice to have. Okay, so getting into some of the not natural stuff is obviously the Vicks, right? Sometimes you just can't beat Vicks. And sometimes it's just like, I need some Vicks for you and obviously your children. Like they just need some Vicks on their chest and on their feet with some socks, right? Everybody does that, I'm pretty sure. And so they have the baby rub for the babies, but I found these, and this is one of my new favorite things because you obviously, well, not obviously, if you don't, you should probably pull out the humidifier and get that bad boy to use. The one that we picked up, I'll show you here. Got it at Walmart, and it is super awesome because it has just a little pad on the bottom, and you put the you can put essential oils on the pad and then just stick it in there and it diffuses it for you. So really love that one, and I think it was about $50, but it's really good quality and it should last us for quite some time. But on top of that, if you're wanting the Vicks, because like I said, the one that we got is the essential oils. So this is little pads. I'll go ahead and pull one out for you. So these are little vapor pads, okay? And it goes into a Wally, right? Okay, so you just sneak it in there. You can do 2 sides for how strong you want it, and then of course, like all Wallies, you can distribute. Plug this thing in and it's gonna just vapor in your bedroom or whatever room you're in, you know, in the kids' room. Super easy. So like if you are traveling or something and you can't obviously take a humidifier everywhere with you, you can take this and still have that nice vapor in the air, which is super nice to have when you're not feeling well. They also sell the calming lavender ones. So I actually bought these ones on accident and then had to go back and buy more of these. But these things are definitely worth the money, and they last for a pretty good amount of time. So it's not like it's just a quick little like hour. It'll last you definitely all night. Something I will say is not quite worth the money, or I won't probably purchase again, are the vapor bath crystals. So I'll be honest, I bought these being a little frugal, and I thought this is a much bigger package than the steam like ones that go in the shower, like the little pellets. because I think in the pellet box it comes with 5. I haven't actually tried those ones, so they might work really well. I'm not sure, but I bought this because it was bigger and I thought that it was gonna last us longer. I thought we could just put it in the shower and it would steam, which it does, but it only lasts for a couple, like maybe a minute, and then it's like gone. I did take a bath in it, and it was like taking a bath in like icy hot. So like my body was just like really, really cold, which at some point you might want that if you're really sick. I'm not sure. I probably would not take another bath in it because I did not prefer that. I would probably just stick with my oils, a couple drops of my oils in there, or like on my chest. But like I said, this just like my legs were like super cold, which I don't need my legs to be cold. They're not congested. But you know, it might be nice if your whole body is achy. But I wasn't at that point. So like I said, I probably won't purchase those again. We might try the actual shower steamers next time instead of those. Okay, so this last one was pretty nice because, you know, if you rub vapor, the Vicks on your chest, it usually doesn't last very long, I don't think. Like, obviously it feels really nice when you first apply it, and like it's really relaxing, soothing, whatever, yeah. And then it seems to kind of fade for me, in my personal opinion. But I found these. So they're actual patches. And I don't want to open it because I want to save this. But it's just a little patch, about, probably about this big. It's pretty, I don't know. Anyways, it's pretty small. And then you just take off the backing, and it just sticks on the kid's shirt. So you don't put it on their actual chest. Do not put it on their actual, on their skin. It just goes on their, like, on their pajamas. So you just put it right there, and then that way it'll just kind of vent up to their nose throughout the night while they're sleeping, keeping them hopefully more clear so that they can sleep a little bit better. Yeah, so those are some of the, like I said, we went and just kind of rated the Walmart shelves for everything that you could possibly use for congestion and snotty noses. So there's those. Couple things in case you guys are having fevers, which obviously with a cold you usually aren't really getting fevers, but in case the kiddos are spiking some fevers, there's these. I wanted to share about these. I thought that these were going to be super cool because Cece does get her fevers all the time. It says they'll last up to 8 hours. Now, here's the deal, is that when you first apply it, yes, it's nice and cool, and it feels obviously cooling and soothing, but it heats up. If they have a fever, it heats up like immediate, like super quick. So then it's just like a hot jelly pad on their body, because wherever you put it. So I don't recommend these. Like I said, it was kind of a cool concept at first. I thought it was going to be nice. And like I said, yes, it's nice and cool at the very beginning, but it just heats up way too quick to be effective. So I don't recommend those. Save your money. So this I'm super excited for. It is for oral, underarm, and rectal. So really you can use it for, you know, whichever person in the family needs it. It's not just for babies, but it is Bluetooth, and so you can connect your phone to it and create a profile for each of your kids, or you, or whoever it is that might be sick. And it's a fast 8-second reading, and it will just track all of the fevers from the episode, or, you know, sick time that goes by. So I'm really excited for that. And then this, I have shared about this before as well. This is my favorite thing, but it does not have any way of like keeping a digital track. So it is just digital, and it tells you the temperature like real time, and it has the things, the stickies that stick underneath the baby's armpit or kid's armpit. And so yeah, it's real time. It keeps it on. It's wearable, and I absolutely love it. And these are the little stickies that keep the thing on. Like I said, this thing is awesome, but it just doesn't keep the record for tracking, which I have to do often for Cece. So that's why I purchased that one. Most people probably don't need excessive thermometers like I do, but in case you do, these things are awesome. And I will make sure to link all of this in the bottom in the comments for you. So if you want to pick something up, you can, and it'll be accessible that way. So yeah, I think that's it. I know it's kind of a lot, but I just wanted to share because like I said, recently in the last week we had just been going through all of this. So hopefully you will know what to go grab off of the crazy shelves at Walmart, since it's kind of an overload when you get in front of it all. So hopefully you guys all have a nice night trick-or-treating, and I will see you next time.